Match number 3 begins in 3, 2, 1, go. That begins autonomous period. All 4 robots moving for these different alliances. On the blue alliance, Fear the Gear scoring a neutral sample up into that high basket. Unfortunately, their attempt for a second one does miss. Red alliance side looks like one parked over in the observation zone, one over in the net zone. Fear the Gear going for a third, or what would have been the third sample. That one is scored successfully. Going for another attempt at a sample, their robot completely autonomous. The students had to program this to do that, and a third sample is scored before the end
Drivers,
of autonomous.
pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Teleup has begun for these drivers, now in control of their robots. Blue Alliance, both robots moving around the field. Fear the Gear going to try and get a specimen from their team player, pushing samples into that observation zone. Raiders of the Lost Spot on the Red Alliance side, sample in hand, lining up with their low basket, going to try and score that in there. Shipwreck for the Red Alliance, waiting their turn patiently. Blue Alliance, Robo Wolves grabbing a sample, heading over to their high basket. Their teammates, Fear the Gear, grabbing specimen after specimen from their human player. One already scored on the high rung, going for a second one. They get it successfully. Robo Wolves getting another sample into their high basket. Just over a minute remaining in the match. The teams still have plenty of time to grab samples from the field to get them scored. Raiders of the Lost Spot getting another sample into their high basket. Shipwrecked trying to line themselves up. Robo Wolves on the Blue Alliance side grabbing a specimen from the floor, going to try and score that into that high basket as well. 4 specimens already scored by Fear the Gear. Onto that high rung, they're going to try and grab another sample from the submersible. They must grab an alliance, either an alliance-specific blue one or a neutral sample in order to, or it must be a blue alliance-specific sample to make a specimen. 30 seconds remaining in the match means teams are now have the option of climbing if they choose to do so. For the Blue Alliance side, Robo Wolves lining up with that low rung, getting themselves up in the air, swinging back and forth. Their teammates trying to get another specimen on. 10 seconds remain as Fear the Gear successfully gets that specimen on, going to line themselves up with what looks like the high rung to get themselves up in the air, and they do so successfully.